Good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka The Gregonator, aka YouTuber, host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you are now rocking with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast episode 95. And we got a great show for you today. So without further ado, let me just remind you guys, if you guys are following me on Instagram and along with the show page on Instagram and all the other shows that I'm doing, make sure you turn your notifications on so you can be reminded of when I'm gonna be on Instagram live. And of course, for those of you who may not know what's going on here, we are live and direct on StreamYard, YouTube, and of course Instagram live as well. So let me just do this. Um And by the way, if you guys are new to the channel and a new listener and you missed any previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got your back. All you need to do is go subscribe to the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you can see all the previous episodes that's already posted and uploaded. And and you know, grab the subscribe button, enable alerts alongside with the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Also, um make sure you leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. Make sure you stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and make sure you tell a friend to another friend. Make sure you share the videos, share the episodes, download your favorite episodes, and of course, don't forget to you spread the word. And I will go over the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. So there you have it right there. Now listen, um I want to start off the show with a little, something called mental health check-in. And basically, how I'm doing physically, no, how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask. Well, for the past couple of days, um, you know, I'm feeling amazing right now, man. I had a surprise visit from a cousin of mine from New Jersey who just came who just came Tuesday night, as a matter of fact. And he's gonna be leaving the next day, which is the day that I'm going to work. Um and yeah, so um yeah, mentally, physically, I'm amazing. I'm still walking. Spiritually, I'm managing. And of course, yesterday when I did the mental health check into to Nick Cannon, as you may know, I may have choked a little bit, and I just wanted to actually explain what's going on. Um, I didn't really cry, so you know what I mean. Um, but you know something, it's all about it's all you can't expect the whole loss and grief and stuff to just go away. I mean, it's a day by day process. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I actually wanted to make sure that I clear this up. So, you know, you know, um, if anything pops up or whatever. But anyway, so so the mental health check-in thing is about your well-being in terms of what's going on, with you. And as I always say, make sure you reach out to your loved ones, including your husbands, your wives, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your friends. Those individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside they are not. You don't need to wait till mental health day or mental health awareness month in May of every year to actually reach out to somebody. There is no good time to reach out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's all about going with your gut, your instincts, going with your mind, your soul, and your heart and your instincts. Take a risk, you know what I'm saying? That way you actually are showing compassion and some empathy. So just wanted to talk about that as well. So that was your mental health check-in. All right. Now we're gonna go to another segment right here that I would like to call um hang on a second. I like to call chatting all the jazz. And our first topic of tonight has to do with um I've been saving this story. I've been saving this story in terms of the fentanyl crisis and stuff for quite some time. So we have some crazy, crazy, crazy fentanyl crisis that nobody is willing to talk about. So this is according to the CDC website here. Actually, so let's just get into this, man. Um So, provisional data from the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics indicate that there were an estimated 100,306 drug overdose deaths in the United States during the 12-month period ending in April 2021, an increase of 28.5% from the 78,000 and 56 deaths during the same period um the year before. The new data documents that estimated overdose deaths from opioids increased to I'm sorry. I thought this was fentanyl. Actually, hold on a minute here, folks. Um okay, the fentanyl crisis. Here we go. Yeah, the fentanyl crisis. So we have to really get into this thing. Not the opioid thing. It's the fentanyl thing I'm trying to get at. Okay, so America's drug epidemic is the deadliest it has been. New federal data suggests more than 100,000 people died of drug overdoses in the United States during the 12-month period ending April 2021. According to provisional data published Wednesday by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That's a new record high, with an overdose death jumping 28.5% from the same period a year earlier and nearly doubling over the past 5 years. Of course, you have your opioids. This is crazy, man. Um, Opioids continue to be the driving cause of drug overdose deaths. Synthetic opioids, primarily fentanyl, caused nearly two-thirds, 64% of all drug overdose deaths in the 12-month period ending in April 2021, up 49% from the year before. The CDC's National Center for Health Statistics found. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic and the rise in the use of fentanyl have both been key contributors to the rising overdose death toll, experts say. The latest provisional data on drug overdose deaths captures those occurring in May 2020 through April 2021. COVID-19 killed about 509,000 people in the same time frame, according to data from Johns Hopkins University. What we're seeing are the effects of these patterns of crisis and the appearance of more dangerous drugs at much lower prices. Dr. Nora Volkow, director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, told CNN, in quote, in a crisis of this magnitude, those already taking the drugs may take higher amounts and those in recovery may relapse. It's a phenomenon we've seen and perhaps could have been predicted. But the rise of fentanyl, a stronger and faster acting drug than natural opioids, opiates, has made those side effects even more deadly, she said. Increasing use of the synthetic drug caught the attention of experts before COVID-19 hit, but the pandemic may have exacerbated the problem. With international travel limited, synthetics that are easier to manufacture and more concentrated were likely more efficient to smuggle across borders, Vocal said. The U.S. government has seized enough fentanyl this year to give every American a lethal dose. Drug Enforcement Administration Administrator Ann Milgram said Wednesday at a White House press briefing, calling the overdose epidemic in the United States a national crisis that knows no geographical boundaries and it continues to get worse. The new federal data shows that overdose deaths from methamphetamine and other psychostimulants also increased significantly, up 48% in the year April 2021 compared to the year before. They accounted for more than a quarter of all overdose deaths in the latest 12-month period. While fentanyl was once more popular on the East Coast and methamphetamine on the West Coast, Vocal says both have now proliferated nationwide. Deaths from cocaine and prescription pain medication also increased compared with a year earlier, but not as drastically. As the country reopens and society returns to some pre-pandemic normalcy, I don't even know what normal is, so don't even ask. Um, Experts say people will continue to die from drug overdoses at very high rates if action isn't taken to significantly improve access to treatment. Even if COVID went away tomorrow, we still have a problem. What will have an impact is dramatically improvement to access to treatment, said Dr. Andrew um, Coloni, medical director of opioid policy research at the Brandeis University Heller School for Social Policy and Management. These are deaths in people with a preventable, treatable condition. Excuse me. The United States continue to fail on both fronts, both on preventing opioid addiction and treating addiction, he said, emphasizing The need for President Joe Biden to deliver on his campaign promises to address the crisis. Last month, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services released an overview of the Biden administration's plan to combat drug overdoses. It includes measures aimed at addressing opioid prescription practices and removing barriers of treatments, as well as recovery support and federal support for harm reduction strategies. On Wednesday, the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy released a model law providing states with a template to pass their own legislation to improve access to um, naloxone, a drug that reverses opioid overdoses. And quote, if we really want to turn the corner, we have to get to a point where treatment for opioid addiction is easier to access than fentanyl, heroin, or prescription opioids are, Colades said, referring to medications including um, buprenorphine. The evidence is really clear that using medications to treat opioid addiction disorders saves lives, said Beth Connolly, director of the Pew Charitable Trust Substance Use Prevention and Treatment Initiative. As we see more and more evidence that medication does save lives, that will hopefully reduce stigmatizing and categorizing in favor of supporting individuals. Provisionals. Provisional overdose data is updated monthly by the NCHS and is subject to change, as drug overdose deaths often require lengthy investigation, including toxicology rather testing to confirm cause of death. The latest estimates from the CDC suggest drug overdose deaths fall somewhere between the number of deaths from Alzheimer's disease and diabetes. In 2019, Alzheimer's disease caused about 121,000 deaths, and diabetes killed about 88,000 people in the U.S. As of 2016, drug overdose have killed about as many Americans as car accidents and gun violence combined. Now, um, now drug now drug overdoses cause about twice as many deaths. Heart disease was the leading cause of death in the U.S. in 2019, killing nearly 660,000 people. According to data from the CDC, cancer caused nearly 600,000 deaths. These figures reflect final annual updates and are not directly comparable to provisional data. man, man, that's crazy, man. That's very crazy. Um, I mean, man, they look. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Before I go to this next one, they need to do something about this fentanyl crisis because we're already losing a lot of people, including actors and actresses and all these other people. I mean, how much more do we have to put up with? You know what I mean? And this shit is crazy. Hold on a sec. Um, hold on. All right, hold on a minute here. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Hang on a sec. Anyway, all right. So our next topic has to do with a fucking Christmas tree that was on fire, caught by the Citizens app. New York City workers quickly replaced the Christmas tree that was set on fire outside the Fox News building in Midtown. The tree was set on fire Wednesday, but just one day later, it was replaced and relit. This holiday tradition has only been around at this site for three years. The 50-foot Christmas tree sat at the intersection of West 48th Street and 6th Avenue. It had only been up 3 days before it was set on fire, just after midnight on Wednesday. So the suspect, 49-year-old Craig, excuse me, Craig, Craig Taman, Craig Tamanaha, was arrested on the scene. Yeah. Police say he climbed up the metal structure and stuffed newspapers in open spaces and then set them on fire with a lighter. He has been charged with criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, arson, nuisance, endangering others, criminal trespass, criminal tampering, and disorderly conduct. He has 3 prior arrests two for drug possession and one for public intoxication. Um, Investigators say um, Tamahana may have tried to set the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center a few blocks away on fire first. Tamana, Tamanahana was arraigned on supervised release, which means he is supposed to report to a person who will report back to the court as early as Thursday, which is today. um, excuse me. According to a criminal complaint, he told police, "I have been thinking about lighting the tree on fire all day." Thursday morning, which is today, Mayor-elect Eric Adams spoke out on bail reform. That's probably a picture perfect example, not having the discretion to do a profile of the person that is in front of you, Adams said. This guy has clearly made a decision that I'm going to continue to wreak havoc. Arson is a serious crime. Onlookers were in disbelief. It's an assault on Christmas, said tourist Rob um, Davanzo. My sister called me from Colorado, said someone burned the tree, and now I came, and it really happened, a spectator said. I'm looking at the trees that are burnt. My husband is a big Fox News fan. I told him if we're in the area, we'll get our picture taken in front of the tree. And there's no tree, a tourist said. The company says the 50-foot high tree has 10,000 glass ornaments and 100,000 lights. It takes more than 21 hours to assemble. The damage was estimated to be $500,000. That's crazy, man. Like, what the hell are you thinking, man? Lighting a fucking Christmas tree on fire. Like, why would you do that? And why the hell would you try to attempt to do the same at Rockefeller Center, man? Like, why? Why? This guy's a fucking idiot, man. I don't know why he would do some shit like that, but this guy needs to be in prison. He needs to be in prison. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna fucking ruin Christmas because of your fucking insecurities. That's really ignorant, man. You know what I mean? It's Christmas season and you over there trying to burn shit. Like, come on. Like, are you serious? Speaking of which, I'd like to go into before I go into the versus battle. We gotta talk Wendy Williams, man. We have not heard from her in quite some time. This has to do with the fact that not only she was battling COVID 19, but she was also battling Graves' disease, which is kind of crazy. So this is what's going on here. As Wendy Williams continues on her road to better health, some of her best pals are stepping up as guest hosts when the Wendy Williams Show returns in the new year with all new episodes. Executive producer David Parler announced on Wednesday the slew of guest hosts slated to fill in for the month of January. Fat Joe Remy Ma will split duties in the first week of 2022. Comedian and actor Michael Rappaport, who has done his share of guest hosting duties already, returns for an entire week beginning January 10th to January 14th. Comedians Kim Whitley and Finesse Mitchell will guest co host from January 17th, while Sherry Shepard, another previous guest host, rounds out the list. She'll close out January's slate from January 24th to the 28th. Perla said in a statement that he's looking forward to new and exciting shows in 2022. He added, each of the outstanding guest hosts brings a unique and distinctive style to the successful Wendy format with their individual personalities, while also making sure that Wendy's show remains consistent for the loyal Wendy watchers. Prior guest hosts have included Leah Remini, Whitney Cummings, Bill Bellamy, and Jerry Springer. The announcement comes almost a month after Wendy Williams took to social media to share an update on her health amid her absence from her own show. Um, and basically, um, this is what she said on Instagram. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so this is a picture. How you doing? I miss you all. As everyone knows, my health has been a hot topic. I'm making progress, but it's just one of those things that's taking longer than we expected. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I know enough to listen to my doctors, and will return to my purple chair as soon as we all agree I'm ready. I want to thank all of my staff and our guest hosts for stepping up and stepping in while I can't be there. I also want to thank Mercury and our stations for being so understanding and supportive while I work my way back. Of course, yes. Hold on while I work my way back. Most of all, I want to thank my fans. I have heard your prayers and comments and feel all the love. You are everything to me. I love spending my mornings with you all, and I'm doing everything I can to get back to work. But right now, Wendy has to focus on Wendy. I love you for watching. Okay, so the 57-year-old TV personality spoke directly to her fans and says she knows her health is a hot topic. Of course, she noted that while she's making progress, it's just one of those things, like I just said, it's just one of those things that's taking longer than we expected. Williams added she's a woman of a certain age, and I know enough to listen to my doctors. She's adamant she'll return to my purple chair as soon as we all agree I'm ready. Williams, who has yet to host an episode in season 14, is pushing through despite several health ailments. Her show revealed back in September that she tested positive for a breakthrough case of COVID-19, which forced the September 20th season premiere to be postponed. It was ultimately delayed a second time with guest host filling in for Williams. Not long after in October, the show announced Williams was still struggling with health issues stemming from her Graves' disease and thyroid condition. Oh wow. Well, yeah, let's hope that she gets better. Um that's pretty much what that's pretty much the Wendy update right here. Let's and speaking of which, okay, let's go to Benny the Butcher. Of course, Benny the Butcher, the Griselda rapper, confirmed the news via Instagram on Friday, sharing a photo of himself with the contract and pen in hand. A Buffalo nigga, the new face of the legendary Def Jam Records. He wrote in the caption, "Signed my major deal finally." Benny, real name Jeremy Pennick, went on to thank his fellow Griselda members as well as his management team at Rock Nation. Um, the announcement came just hours after Snoop Dogg dropped the news during his extensive interview on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. I'm on Def Jam Records, right? I'm a creative consultant executive, and just to let you know that it don't exist no more. I'm going to announce on your show that I just signed Benny the Butcher, and he is one of the hardest rappers up out of Buffalo, New York. Snoop said, as reported by Hot New Hip Hop. Hold on, stay with me. I need a drink. Okay, so that's showing that there are no more lines to be crossed. We are doing what we're supposed to be doing. The Butcher's coming. Earlier this month, Snoop connected with Benny on his Murder Music track, featuring Jadakiss and Busta Rhymes. The single is expected to land on Snoop's um algorithm project that's scheduled to drop next Friday. Hmm, interesting. Benny also made headlines several weeks ago after he was forced to postpone a Detroit concert due to a medical emergency. A representative for the 36-year-old told Complex he was hospitalized for asthma-related issues. Excuse me. Every now and then, it requires medical attention. The representative said. All right. We're gonna. All right. So, congrats to Benny the Butcher. And let's go to Nas right here. Okay. So on this date in 1999, Queensbridge King Nas released his fourth full-length studio LP entitled Nostradamus on the Ill Will Columbia imprint. The 15-track album was due to be released as a follow-up to his previous I Am LP. I didn't even know people still make LPs these days though, but anyway, but due to bootlegging, Nas added additional recorded songs specifically for this project, with singles such as Project Windows featuring the legendary Ron Isley and the crossover single You Own Me featuring Genuine. The album was certified platinum by the RIAA within a month of its release. Production. Um from the likes of Timberland, Mob Deep's Havoc, Premier, and Dame Grease. Dame Grease. Oh man. Not Dame Grease, man. This album appealed to the streets and the charts, Salute to Nas for this valuable piece of hip hop history. Yes, yes. I am going to actually do. Yeah, I'm actually going to return the previous segment that I used to do called Podcast Juice of the Week. I'm probably gonna do that either either probably Saturday. Who knows? Um, all right. So we're going to go to I want to actually go to the whole versus battle thing. Hold on a minute here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the versus thing. Okay. Um okay. Um so this is what's happened. Um the fight wasn't really a fight on Thursday night. 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony, two revered and influential rap groups with long histories, went up against one another in a live versus battle, and things got chaotic quickly. About half an hour into the show, Busy Bone, the most erratic member of Bone Thugs and Harmony, got fired up and started spouting off at 3-6 Mafia. You ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna be mocking me while I'm on motherfucking stage. When Juicy J brought back, Busy Bone threw a bottle and a whole mob of people ran out on stage to puff their chest up at each other. Oh boy. Damn, man. The music stopped. A few people pushed a few other people, and the 3-6 Gangsta Boo yelled about how Busy is a hater who must not be taking his pills. This was the first time a versus battle had broken down into an actual physical confrontation. Even when Gucci Mane and Jeezy finally stood on stage together, snarling back and forth, they never actually got up in each other's faces. But nobody got hurt in the Bone 3-6 Fracas, and I don't think anyone was really in any danger of getting hurt. This was generally unpredictable and chaotic moment, and it served to heighten everything that happened before and after, but it wasn't dangerous. For these two groups, chaos is simply part of the legacy. So any true representation of their histories would have to have a little chaos too. Sheesh. For those two groups, it's a minor miracle that they made it to that versus stage in the first place. The odds were stacked against both of them. Every member of both crews has been through serious hardship. Members of both groups have been in and out of jail. 236 members, Lord Infamous and Kupsta Nika, are no longer with us. Um Busy Bones' whole life history is so riddled with trauma that any straight face recounting would come off as Dickensian exaggeration. Oh man. Damn. Tell me that's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Um that's really fucking crazy. Um yeah. Yeah. And yeah, yeah, and both groups have endured. In their day, Bone became bona fide pop stars. For a stretch in the mid 90s, they may have been the most popular rap group on earth. That never happened with 3-6, but 3-6's sound has proven massively influential throughout the decades. I hear echoes of their sound in virtually every big rap album that comes out today. Juicy J, who once came off as DJ Paul's knucklehead sidekick, is still in in demand mainstream rap headiness at age 46. Um, and kids are still discovering Juicy J's older brother, Project Pat, and his twisty, um, baffling flow via knife talk. Um, Once upon a time, Bone and 3 6 had legit beef. Operating independently, the two groups had developed vaguely similar sounds, flickering street rap with horror movie sonics and hallucin- hallucinatory fast rap cadences. When Bone emerged as Easy E proteges, the members of the 3 6 thought Bone were biting them. Bone had been operating on the Cleveland Underground for a few years, but this was pre-internet, and 3 6 didn't know anything about that. At the same time, Bone didn't know about what 3 6 were doing on the Memphis Underground. These two cities, 700 miles apart, may as well have been separate universes. The feud probably reached its peak in 1995 when 3 6 released Live By Your Rep. Lord Finesse C, we can't tolerate no nigga that is lazy. Broke out the blender and I made some crazy gravy. Oh man. So the feud didn't last long. Some labor executives set up a conference call between the two groups and they patched things up. By 1999, Crazy Bone was guesting on Project Pat's Up There. Pretty soon after that, 3 6 leaders DJ Paul and Juicy J were mostly feuding with various former 3 6 members, and the whole Bone issue was a distant memory. Still, for a spectacle like versus, it helps to have history. It also helps to have some genuine animosity, like Busy Bone apparently being convicted that the members of 3 6 were Satanists. Whoo! After the battle, that quick little fight got all the attention. I get it. Two infamous, no, two famous rap groups threw hands at each other on stage. That's the story. For me, the real story was the way the entire show unfolded. All the interpersonal dynamics playing out in the real time in front of the world. The versus battle was originally supposed to go down last year as an Instagram live showdown between Crazy Bone and DJ Paul. I'm so glad that didn't happen. That would have been fun, but it would have robbed us of crunchy blacks dancing, of lazy bones attempting to play diplomat all night, of Gangsta Boo popping off, and of all the random guests we got on stage. Rather than two guys stunting on each other from the comfort of their own homes, we got a full no panel panorama. Okay, the arc of the evening was a miniature version of that old '90s era Bone 3 6 feud. A bit of tension early on, a quick explosion, and a long and tentative mending of the fences. After the broadcast cut to commercial and the various supporters were cleared from the stage, the show resumed without Busy Bone. Then a little while later, a Chasten Busy returned, apologized, and kept it moving. By the time it was over, everyone seemed to be truly enjoying each other. I love seeing it. This past week, I keep rewatching bits of the battle over and over. I've been subjecting my children to Tear the Club Up 97. Um, hmm. I've been carrying this thing with me. This whole thing happened almost a week ago, so it's yesterday's news now. But I can't let it go with that in mind. Then here are 18 great little moments from the 3-6 Mafia Bone Thugs and Harmony versus battle. Who run it? Number one, I was not a neutral party in this thing. 3-6 Mafia are my favorite rap group of all time. I'm not going to tell you that they are better than Outkast or Run DMC or whoever. I'm just going to tell you that they are the ones that I love the most. So there you go. So going into the night, I was a little worried that 3-6 would go out like Dipset. Bone have huge hits, and they can layer their voices in all sorts of weird and intricate little ways that nobody has ever managed to imitate successfully. 3-6 tracks are more direct, but I've seen DJ Paul drunk as shit on stage. They could have been a mess. But Paul showed up in fighting form, and so did the rest of his group. The battle opened up with versus fixture Fat Joe flipping a coin to figure out who would go last. Bone won, so 3-6 started the whole thing off with Who Run It, the fiery 2000 posse cut that became a meme a few years ago. That's one of their biggest punches, but they used it first and they set the tone. They were clearly having a blast too. After that, I breathed easier. Number two, Busy Bone on No Surrender. Busy Bone has had many problems over the years, and his status within the group always seemed to be in flux. But wow, that man is talented. The same demons that make life so difficult for Busy are also what's driven him over the years. And on the track like No Surrender, you can practically see the soul jumping out of his body. Okay, hold on, folks. Okay. Um. Okay. Busy came out rapping angry, and when he can contain that anger, it's powerful. It's a powerful force. Number three, Lazy Bone John at Juicy J. I'm gonna fix your braids for you. That's just funny. DJ Paul and Gangsta Boo ballroom dancing to Butter Lovers. Also, and I'm guessing that's what set Busy off. 3-6 Mafia following that fight by performing ass and titties like nothing happened. If you are a strip club song right after a fight, then that fight was definitely not all that serious. Um, Number six, little flip. One of the things I love best about versus battles is the way that they bring back rap names that have been largely forgotten to history. In that early 2000s movement, when Houston rap scene poised for a takeover moment, Lil Flip was presented as his city's greatest star. For at least a little while, he probably was. I have no idea what Flip has been doing for the past 17-ish years. But when he ran out to do his writing spinners verse, people got just as cranked up, excuse me, as they were when Little Rain came out a while later. Um, so at least people in my Twitter feed got cranked up. That LA crowd was dead. They should have done that battle anywhere else. Flip and Wayne have not been on equal footing since roughly 2003. But on Thursday night, the sheer surprise of seeing Flip was a transcendent moment. Flip stuck around too. A little later, Chameleonaire came out to do Riding with Lazy Bone, and seeing um, Flip and Cooper on stage together was a great little bonus. Gangsta Boo solo showcase. Gangsta Boo was such an underrated presence in rap so long, and I think people are just starting to realize how important she was. So getting to see her get a chance to do Where Them Dollars At, her biggest solo hit, was beautiful. I'm bringing up more 3-6 moments than Bone moments here. So this is a pretty good place to call it 361. I'm biased, and Bone put up a fight, but this was a hypnotized mind's night. Number 8. When Busy got his head together and returned to the stage, he didn't jump on the mic right away. He went straight to Juicy J, dabbed, dabbed him, dabbed him up for a long moment, and spoke directly to him. Then he apologized to his own group as well as the 3-6. Clearly, Busy had a vested interest in keeping the night going. There was both money and esteem riding on this night. But I also think um he meant that. Number 9. Lil Wayne is so happy to see Gangsta Boo. Look at the reaction. Look at the face. He's beaming. Number 10. Lil Jon's entrance. Um, so Lil Jon's entrance. Okay, Lil Jon came out right after Lil Wayne. At the no, which is not an enviable spot. He didn't care. You couldn't tell Lil Jon that he wasn't the biggest star in the building that night. That show on stage strut was some restless shit. Lil Jon tosses his cup up in the air, and then, just as the beat drops, he runs to DJ Paul and hugs him, and then they both start jumping. I love that. DJ Paul pioneered the sound that made Lil Jon ultra famous, and there must be some kind of crunk brotherhood at work. On Thursday, they were on opposite sides, but they were on the same side too. The Little Wayne, no, the Little John crunchy black hug was a great little moment too. Number 11, LeChat. Project Pat would have been enough, but on that second chicken head verse, when LeChat ran out on that stage, she owned it. Pat is a whole lot more famous than LeChat these days, but you couldn't tell just from watching it. LeChat, Crunchy Black, and Duke Duce also deserve some kind of credit for being the only people actually dancing on stage all night too. Number 12, Shatasha Williams. See, this is what I'm talking about. Thuggish Ruggish Bone came out 27 years ago, and I have no idea what Shatasha Williams has been doing since. But that hook is still a thing of beauty. Someone should have handed her a working microphone, but that's part of the deal with versus battle and with rap shows in general. I'm just happy that she was there. Number 13, the Pack verse. Bone Thugs and Harmony are on an extremely short list of artists who recorded with both Pac and Biggie when two of them were alive, and they made sure to use that to their advantage. Getting used to Pac verse in Los Angeles, even in front of that crowd. is practically a cheat code. Number 14. Number 14. Um, Lazy Bone joined at Wiz Khalifa. Ooh, that has to be interesting right here. Juicy J has been a part of Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang stable for a decade, and Wiz and Juice have a collaborative album coming out next year. So of course Wiz had to come out on the 3-6 side. Um um Day, the song that Wiz performed with Juicy, is a mixtape deep cut, but it was a good one. Still, Wiz loves Bone, and he's always rep for them. After Wiz came out with 3-6, Lazy reminded him of that. Hey, you got a tattoo of us on you. Number 15. Hi. MJG Stay Fly verse. Getting to see all six rappers from Stay Fly rep, res, resembling reassembling on the stage was fun. Though Young Buck actually made sure to wear out his welcome before the night was over. I love every part of that song, but MJG killed everyone else on it. That was true in 2005, and it was true on Thursday, too. Ball and G should really get their own versus battle, but I don't know who they take on. The obvious thing would be 8 Ball and MJG versus UGK, and you can't do that without Pimp C. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, that's obvious. Number 16. The total disbelief surrounding Terrence Howard's appearance. It's cool that Terrence Howard showed up to rap It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp, the song that won 3-6 their Oscar, and it's even cooler that he really performed it. Of course, this song Harder Here for a Pimp was featured in the movie soundtrack Hustle and Flow. Um But the best part was just seeing people react. The Los Angeles audience was weak all night, but the crowd on stage, which grew bigger as the show went on, was great, and they truly lost it for Lucius Lyon. My favorite thing was Lil Jon just pointing at Lil Jon and grinning huge. Number 17. Juicy J says Christmas time is coming up, man. And then 3-6 goes straight into Slob on My Knob, a true holiday classic. Number 18, the Slob on My Knob, the Crossroads duality. The night ended the only way it could have ended. It transitioned straight from what not might be the nastiest blowjob song ever recorded into an elegiac goodbye to loved ones. That was number one. That was a number one hit for 8 weeks, right in between Busy Bone and Gangsta Boo, who been screaming on each other earlier in the night, wrapped each other up in a big bear hug, as Wishbone wanted the night if the light guy was taking a sandwich break. That right there feels like the complete human experience playing out on our laptop screens. One night in December, um, Furious 5, number one, my homie tradition. Humans and tapes, they all flippable. Olivia Newton, um, John didn't make more money off of the physical. That beat makes me feel like I'm floating in an ocean of warm apple cider. Oh boy. Anyway, anyway, one quick thing before I even go to the next topic, actually, about the whole versus battle thing. So, um, as I'm watching, hold on, let me just put myself on screen here. All right. As I'm watching the versus battle on Instagram live, and as I'm watching, as they was playing certain songs, they were playing Notorious Thugs, and all of a sudden the live stream was interrupted. It seems like their Wi-Fi was kind of like wasn't really clear. So it was basic it was basically it was messing up pretty much. So the shit was just messing up right there. Um but I did get a chance to watch it. I really enjoyed it. Um and of course they play and of course Look Into My Eyes was being played. Um and of course along with certain songs that were my favorite actually. Um and and there you have it. So our next topic has to do um I always wanted to actually be curious about something, right? I was actually talking to a live streamer from a Poco app, and I was trying to really figure out what makes a Christmas sweater ugly. And this is exactly what I'm going to actually. Oh, wait. Before I even get into that, before I even get into the ugly sweater shit, we gotta talk about the chlorophyll challenge. Oh my gosh, the chlorophyll challenge. I didn't even understand it at first though. Oh my gosh. So so basically, so this is basically from um what is it, man? Because this is from the TikTok challenge actually. So let's just get into this, man. So, drinking liquid chlorophyll has taken TikTok by storm. Oh wow. Why the hell would you add chlorophyll to water? That's crazy, man. That's really fucking crazy though, man. For those of you who may or may not know what chlorophyll is, I am glad to actually look this up for you guys. So I'm actually gonna look this up. Okay, so here we go. So chlorophyll is the natural compound present in green plants that gives them their color. It helps plants to absorb energy from the sun as they undergo the process of photosynthesis. The nutrient is present in green vegetables and other plant-based foods like algae. Wow, interesting. Let me see. What does chlorophyll do to your body? These extra minerals are there to make it easier for your body to absorb. The effects of chlorophyll are unclear. Supplement makers claim that chlorophyll can do many things like boost red blood cells, help with weight loss, heal damaged skin, neutralize toxins, cut inflammation, and prevent cancer. Well, um, I'm not even gonna really. All right, let me just continue where I left off because I find this interesting, and I'm gonna just say this though, and I actually learned this about not only in science class but mostly in the magic school bus. Um, and I'm actually um going to continue where I left off. So we're gonna actually continue with this. Um, okay, okay. All right. So yeah. So drinking liquid chlorophyll has taken to okay, swiping through videos, you will be hard pressed to escape the sight of people sipping on a green concoction, touted as a miracle product. And with claims that this green juice is helping people lose weight, have more energy, and reduce their acne, it is no wonder why people are quickly jumping on the chlorophyll bandwagon. but is it really as healthy as it's cut out to be? What is liquid chlorophyll, you ask? While it may sound foreign and scientific, chlorophyll is found in many foods that you likely already eaten. Chlorophyll is the pigment that gives plants, um, including those that we eat, their green color. Um, Lisa Young, PhD, RDN, registered dietitian, adjunct professor at New York University, and author of Finally Full, Finally Slim, tells very well. She explains that plants use chlorophyll to trap light needed to needed for photosynthesis. Green veggies like spinach, kale, and green beans are rich natural sources of chlorophyll. Yes, I eat spinach and kale, and of course green beans as well. So I'm not sure about string beans that counts to chlorophyll, so I'm not even sure about that. But anyway, chlorophyll is also found in algae, wheatgrass, potatoes, green tea, which I drink once in a while, particles, and numerous herbs like what is it? Alfalfa, alfalfa, um damiana, nettle, and parsley. The liquid chlorophyll featured on your social media is likely chlorophyll instead of pure chlorophyll. As Young explains, chlorophyllin is a semi-synthetic mixture of water soluble sodium copper salts derived from chlorophyll. What are the benefits of chlorophyll, you ask? Some social media influencers tout liquid chlorophyll as a cure all for a slew of ailments from killing cancer to beating bloat. Um, that's an interesting logic here, though. But I don't know if there's any evidence to support that. But um, you guys gonna have to look it up for yourselves. I'm not really a scientist on this one, so um, let's keep going. But while liquid chlorophyll may offer some benefits, many of the claims made on social media surrounding this supplement are exaggerated and not backed by science. However, there are some cases where it may improve your health. It may be protective against certain cancers. Taking chlorophyll daily may be beneficial if a person is trying to reduce their risk of a certain cancer risk in very specific ways. Chlorophyll may decrease your body's absorption of aflatoxin B, a toxin produced by a fungus linked to an increased risk of developing liver cancer. And in a study published in the journal Cancer Prevention Research, researchers showed that in volunteers taking 150 milligrams of chlorophyll significantly decreased the absorption of um, aflatoxin B. Chlorophyll may also be a useful alternative treatment for bladder cancer and pancreatic cancer in certain cases. It may support weight loss. While there is no substitute for a healthy diet and physical activity, there is some limited evidence that suggests including liquid chlorophyll into a lifestyle every day may result in weight loss, specifically in overweight adult women. Um, in one small study, people who consume green plant membrane supplementation experienced more weight loss than those who did not take this supplement after 12 weeks of usage. However, more clinical trials need to be conducted before a definitive recommendation surrounding liquid chlorophyll and weight loss can be given. Areas where evidence for taking chlorophyll is lacking. Although many claims surrounding chlorophyll exist, Not all hold true in medical research. Researchers evaluated available data and graded the strength of the evidence surrounding claims, uh, publishing the results in the Journal of Dietary Supplements. Of course, in this review, the researchers showed that there is either unclear or conflicting scientific evidence surrounding chlorophyll intake and benefits surrounding. Um, Information control for pancreatitis, cancer prevention, fibrocystic breast disease, herpes, leukemia, um, metabolic disorders, pancreatitis, pneumonia, poisoning, reduction of odor from incon, incont- okay, incontinence, incontinence. Here we go. Bladder catheter um, catheterization, rheumatoid arthritis, sepsis, tuberculosis. Plus, the researchers report a lack of sufficient evidence that shows benefits of taking chlorophyll for the following conditions: anemia, antiviral, bad breath, blood disorders, body odor, constipation, um, detoxification, diabetes, gastrointestinal conditions, hyperlipidemia. Um, so many of the claims and health promises you see online need to be taken with a grain of salt. Um, of course, should you drink? Should you regularly drink liquid chlorophyll? Taking liquid chlorophyll isn't very risky for your health if you are a generally healthy person. Yes, it can interact with certain medications, and there have been reports that it may stain teeth. But sticking to a reasonable dose likely does not pose a health threat for most people. Um, but is taking this supplement a must do for a healthy lifestyle? If you eat your green veggies, you'll get plenty of chlorophyll. Young Young explains. However, most Americans don't eat enough veggies. Young also cautions that the best dose and the potential side effects are unknown. Liquid chlorophyll use has also not been studied in pregnant and lactation women. Her advice: don't lean on chlorophyll intake via a liquid supplement as a first choice. Instead, eat your greens from fresh or frozen veggies, which can offer you many health benefits. Uh, Tracy Lockwood, Beckerman, um, a New York based registered dietitian and author of the Better Periods Food Solution, tells very well that liquid chlorophyll is a great addition to your diet as a way to mop up valuable nutrients and antioxidants. However, she cautions that it shouldn't be a route people take for weight loss. The science isn't there yet to show its link to weight loss and warrants further research to explore this potential link, she adds. Okay. Um let me see. And with anything supplement related, make sure you get the okay from your healthcare provider before taking liquid chlorophyll. Even though foods or supplements are natural, it doesn't automatically mean that all are safe for you in every situation. Will it hurt you to take this trendy supplement? Probably not. It is it the cure all you may be hoping for? Um According to the available data, we need to learn a lot more before it could be recommended, despite what TikTok users want you to believe. So there you go. It's all about research, folks. You don't want to believe the hype on certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I don't know if I look at it as a cure, but that's not. I can't really say it's a cure, but you would have to actually find out for yourself through your research. So there you go. Um, now we go to the ugly sweater situation. Um, now we go to the ugly sweater situation. Um, hold on a minute. Okay, here we go. All right, the history of the ugly Christmas sweater. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute here. That's not it. Let me see this. Hold on a minute. Hold on a sec. That's not what I was looking for. Hold on, folks. Okay. All right, so an ugly Christmas sweater is any Christmas themed sweater that could be considered in bad taste, tacky, or gaudy. The general consensus is that the more embellishments, tinsel, reindeer, Santa Clauses, candy canes, elves, presents, etc., the uglier the sweater. Oh man, that's gotta suck though, man. Okay, it's hard to say who invented um the first ugly sweater. As a as a matter of fact, we can presume that ugly sweaters were designed with the original intention of being fashionable. It's only because of ever-changing fashion trends that sweaters once deemed acceptable are now considered ugly. Inspired by the 80s, a clothing item, um, ugly sweaters were often featured on situation comedies in the 1980s. They were mostly cardigans buttoned down the front. The Christmas theme entered around the same time, with the first mass produced Christmas garments being made under the name of Jingle Bell sweaters during the 1980s as well. Hold on, give me a second, folks. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. Where did I leave off? Um wait. Um Cardigans and stuff. Oh yeah. They were mostly cardigans buttoned down the front. The Christmas theme entered around the same time, with the first mass produced Christmas garments being made under the same name of Jingle Bell sweaters during the 1980s as well. A new tradition. While no one may want to take the credit for ugly clothes, this tacky kind of holiday cheer has become a widespread festive tradition. The city of Vancouver claims to be the birthplace of the ugly sweater party after hosting an event in 2002. Every year since, the original ugly Christmas sweater party has been held at the Commodore Ballroom, where the dress code ensures an ugly sweater affair. Chris Boyd and Jordan Birch, the co-founders of the Commodore's annual Ugly Sweater Party, have even trademarked the word phrase "ugly Christmas sweater" and "ugly Christmas sweater party." Wow. To really get into the holiday spirit, the party is also a benefit that raises money for a Make a Wish Foundation of Canada, which grants wishes for children with life threatening illnesses. A brief history of sweaters and knitted garments. A sweater is a kind of knitted top, and knitted garments have been around much longer than the infamous Christmas sweater. Knitted clothing is created through the process of using needles to loop or knot yarn together to form a piece of fabric. Unfortunately, since knitting does not require a large piece of equipment like a loom, it is hard to trace the exact history of non Christmas sweater knitted garments. Instead, historians have had to rely on the rem- remnants of the knitted clothes that have remained. The earliest examples of the two needle form of knitting we are familiar with today are the fragments of the whole Egyptian Coptic socks, which date back to um, 1000 CE. They were made from white and blue dyed cotton and featured symbolic patterns called kufik, kufik woven into them. Fast forward to the 17th century, and we see another development in knitted garments. The cardigan sweater was named after James. It was named after James Thomas Brudenell, the seventh R of Cardigan, and military captain who led his troops at the charge of the Light Brigade into the Valley of Death. Bretendale, Bretendale's troops were outfitted in knitted military jackets, which were nicknamed cardigans. Who would have thought that the innovations of the ancient Egyptians and British military attire would lead to a joyously gaudy form of holiday cheer? Ooh. So that's your history about the ugly sweaters and stuff. Um, let's see. Let's see if there's any more I need to talk about before I forget. Um oh yeah. Um okay, here are some things to do in Manhattan from December 9th to the 17th. Okay, Everett Bradley's Holidelic. In this holiday funk review, Grammy nominated rock percussionist Everett Bradley um plays the role of um Papa Delic, Funk's Father Christmas. The review features holiday themed funk songs written by Bradley. Holidelic and Lucille Laurel Theater teamed up with area restaurants to offer pre-show dinner and drinks. Ticket prices and showtimes vary. Location: Lucille Luttel Theater. The show runs through December 31st. Um, Into the Northern Lights, an immersive experience destination Canada is bringing an immersive Northern Lights experience to one of the New York City's most iconic landmarks, Grand Central Terminal, from December 9th to the 11th. Commuters and visitors who pass through Grand Central Terminal's Vanderbilt Hall will find themselves walking into a Canadian landscape where they can step inside the an interactive Northern Lights installation presented by Canada, the home of winter December 9th and 10th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. December 11th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Um, Klarna holiday shopping pop up. Klarna is partnering with Something Navy for a curated holiday shopping event where consumers can shop some of Klarna's featured merchants, including Rare Beauty, Stilla, Mario Badescu, um, Clatterly, um, Lunia, and Something Navy. The pop up includes an espresso martini bar, photo moments, limited edition shopping totes, and more. December 9th at 6 p.m. and December 10th all day. 379 Bleecker Street, excuse me, New York, New York. Friday, December 10th, um, Holiday Patriots free holiday pet photos. Amazon's Holiday Patriots gives shoppers a chance to get free holiday photos of their pets with Santa. Amazon 4 stores have something for everyone on their list. And this year, Amazon wants to give customers in New York City a special moment as they shop in store. The event is open to all customers with dogs and cats on Friday, December 10th through Sunday, December 12th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Availability is limited, and photos will be available on a first come, first serve basis. And it's located in 72 Spring Street in New York. Saturday, December 11th. Family friendly NYC Yodel shop. No, Yodel pop up event. Yodel, the leading children's audio platform that inspires creativity and imaginative thinking, has a new pop up store on the Upper West Side with engaging family friendly audio adventures and activities all month long. On December the 11th, the Neon Tea Party Beating will host an arts and crafts table from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the Yodel NYC pop up to help kids and their families create their very own beaded bracelets to take home. It's located on 424 Columbus Avenue. Enjoy breakfast at Nice Matin. This French bistro offers breakfast 7 days a week, starting at 8 a.m. Enjoy Prov- Provin- Provenco inspired dishes from executive chef Eric Starkman. Dishes debris omelet with bacon, fine herbs, potatoes, and toast, $20. Ham and cheese frittata with Gruyere, um, country ham, potatoes, and toast, $20. Fruits and grains, as well as sweet specialties like a vanilla malt waffle, completes with whipped cream, roasted apples, and cinnamon, $16. Um, and it's located on 201 West 79th Street, New York, New York 10024. As for Sunday, December the 12th, skate with Santa at the rink at Manhattan West. The rink at Manhattan West is open to the public at Manhattan West through this winter season. The rink is open weekdays from 2 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. and weekends and holidays from 10 a.m. to 10:15 p.m. Families can skate with Santa from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on December the 12th and the 19th. Uh, and enjoy two solo performances from Santa. Tickets start at $20. Visit Citrovia Interactive Installation. Citrovia is an interactive outdoor installation that transports visitors to a citrus garden. Citrophia features thousands of oversized hand painted lemons, leaves, and trees, and billowing fabric clouds that can mimic sunrise and sunset. The installation includes arg- um, augmented um, reality experiences and games. Free, Manhattan. f- Free. Location is Manhattan West. 435 West 31st Street, New York, New York, 10001. December 13th, you have um Visit the Stone Age. The premier immersive and educational cannabis inspired art experience in New York City takes visitors on a multifaceted um, s- um, sensorial journey exploring the states of being through of a kind installations. Okay. Um, Guests will learn how cannabis is a part of our human experience through exploring the unique connections between plant medicine, creativity, awareness, and more. The exhibit includes art from System Impact individuals and is selling original pieces with 100% of proceeds going back to the artist. Oh, sorry about that. Um, yeah. Where was I? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. The artist. Going back to the artist. Installations, guess. Yeah. Yes. Additionally, the Stone Age works with the Last Prison Project to bring awareness to their efforts. Ticket prices and times vary. You can visit the website at thestoneagenyc.com for more information. And location is 607 Avenue of the Americas, which is 6th Avenue, New York, New York, 10011. Enjoyed breakfast at Marathi, the Greek bistro. Chef Nicholas Paul Mentes entertains with a Greek yogurt parfait, $14. Junior's omelet with feta and Greek sausage, $24. And a Greek egg sandwich of scrambled eggs, uh, lucanico, and feta cheese, $19 to name a few dishes. View the full menu at their website, which is www dot um marathinyc.com/menus/hashtag brunch copy. Marathi is open daily from 8 a.m. um and located on 200 Church Street, New York, New York 10013. Tuesday, December 14th. Visit Hyperglow 2.0 art installation. Artist Perry Flash Fong uses abstract geometry, vibrant color, and flowing composition um, to immerse viewers in a dynamic experience that is both uplifting and peaceful. Um, the artwork is inspired by the many different sites and landscapes in New York City and aims to illustrate the vibrant cultures and endless possibilities the city presents. Free, open through June 2022 outside the Eugene. Location is 435 West 31st Street, New York, New York 10001. Toy Vault, a hands on given experience at camp. Visit any camp store this holiday season to experience the interactive toy vault, a hands-on giving experience where families can donate toys to children in need. Kids can climb on and in the vault inside the Camp Fifth Avenue store. The vault includes a Mad Lib random act of kindness generator. Oh wow. A plinko board or giant puzzle, all designed to show kids ways to share with their community. Um, so Wednesday, December 15th, enjoy sandwich at Cutlet Sandwich. Um, Cutlet Sandwich Co. just opened its newest location in East Village, at 99 3rd Avenue and 13th Street. This modern deli concept from Richard Zorro, inspired by the hometown delis native to the tri-state suburban area. First launched as a delivery only in July of 2020 and has since expanded to different locations across the city. It is open every day, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the East Village location is 99 3rd Avenue, New York, New York, 10003. Visit the Big Red Giving Machines located at 1 Rockefeller Plaza, which is next to the Free People store at 49th and Rockefeller. Shoppers can purchase items sponsored by international and local charities for donation from three large red vending machines called giving machines. With a credit card and the push of a button, people can select to donate one of more than 30 items ranging from $5 to $250. Damn. So Thursday, December 17th, um, enjoy Chicago style tavern pizza in NYC at Emmett's on Grove. Emmett's on Grove is offering a more expensive space and menu with classic Italian American favorites. The new menu will offer Italian American favorites such as spaghetti and meatballs and homemade what is it? Focaccia and burrata, as well as other Chicago staples like baby back ribs, slow cooked and mopped with an in-house sauce served with pickles and a choice of side. Hours vary. Location is 39 Grove Street, New York, New York, 10014. And amid a midwinter night's dream holiday installation, um, Terrence at Dream Midtown returns for the unveiling of their yearly holiday installation, Midwinter Night's Dream. The popular all-season Midtown rooftop will be transformed into a whimsical dreamland of lush greenery, rich emerald and gold tones, 10,000 twinkling lights illuminating the space, floral galore, fuzzy throw blankets, and an ascending series of tiered red, purple, and gold florals throughout the space. Seasonal food and beverage offerings will be available. Hours vary. Located at 210 West 55th Street, New York, New York, um 10019. And finally, December 7th, of Friday, visit Bloomingdale's holiday windows. Bloomingdale's 59th Street flagship store window displays are inspired by the store's Give Happy holiday campaign with full six displays full of bright colors to illuminate Lexington Avenue this holiday season. Of course, visit the windows after sunset to see them glow. And there you have it. And that was things to do in New York. For the people that's living in New York, just wanted to actually, include that in the episode. Um, so let's see. Let's see if there's any more stuff to talk about that I could add. Oh, wait a minute here. There's one more thing I need to. Yeah, wait. Governors. I already did that. So there's one more thing I need to do actually. Um, and this has to do with, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't. Well, it's been a minute since I did this segment right here. This segment that I would like to call. Um, this is the black owned shout. No, shout out trendsetters. Yes, black owned shout out trendsetters. All right, here it is. And our black owned trendsetter has to do with a Grammy nominated recording artist, songwriter, founder, and CEO of Coexisting Games, who goes by letter J, aka J Watts. And for those of you who may not know what coexisting gaming is about, I've been hearing about this from the show All Time Struggle podcast lately for the past couple weeks. So this is what coexisting gaming is about. So listen to this. Coexisting is basically a, a community centric and subscription based gaming lifestyle company that provides a 360 inclusive ecosystem for culture, connection, opportunities, and entertainment. The Coexist Game House provides a safe place for gamers to come together, enabling members to organize, communicate in groups or one-on-one, and is an environment for casual and competitive gameplay, lounging, development, productivity, enhancement, and collaborative working. Um, and speaking of which, um, Um, so coexist gaming is your 360, of course, 360 lens into the lifestyle of gaming culture, fandom, and entertainment, specializing in providing bespoke and immersive gaming experiences. You are only a click away from your perfect partner, whether you are interested in integrating gaming into your business or what is it, gamification, and activating a standalone event. We'll teach you how to coexist. Wow. Wow. That's very interesting, man. And I kind of like this, man. So um a round of applause for the people, especially those who are working hard at the coexisting coexist gaming. Um Yeah, when I first heard about this, I was like, because they have an Instagram that you guys can follow too. So you can follow them on Instagram. If I'm not mistaken, let me look up their Instagram real quick. Hold on, let me look up their Instagram real quick. Hold on, let me look up their let me look this shit up. Um okay. So um bear with me. So you can follow them at coexist gaming on Instagram. All right. That's coexisting gaming. All right. Now I think that's it, man. I think that's it for the show today, man. Um I think that's it for the show today. Let's gonna actually wrap this thing up. What we're gonna do is actually do this. Hold on. Let me put myself back in here. Okay, that's gonna be it for this show right here. So listen, if you like what you heard in today's episode, all you have to do is show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G MONEY capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank, folks. It's all about doing what you can as far as whatever amount you are comfortable with. You don't need a lot of money and to be rich to actually show support, though, man, because support is very priceless. Whatever amount you decide to give will be appreciated. So there you have it. Also, you want to know where you can follow the show? You can follow the show, Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word. Alongside with my other shows, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show, and my primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Now, I want to remind people of the schedule. So Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast is on Wednesdays, Thursdays at 6, Saturdays at 10 p.m. Meticulous the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast is on Monday, Tuesday at 6 and Thursdays at 9 p.m. There's a possibility that I might not record my other show. I may move it to Saturday. I'm not too sure yet, depending on how I feel. And yeah. And also, you can follow me on 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York. And also, I will be back on 17 Live on Sunday coming up for the recording of my sports podcast. All right. I know everybody's wondering what happened, why not recording on 17 Live. I took a breather because I wanted to do an experiment for Instagram Live to see how many people is going to actually watch. Even though it'll be a little bit of people that actually watched, but came in and just came out. So I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about growing this show out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very fortunate to actually reach close to the 100 episodes. So by the way, we are like basically we're 4 episodes away from the 100 episode. All right. And like I said, you want to know what's going to go down on the 100 episode, you would have to stick around. I'm not going to actually give away any spoilers and shit. So you would have to stick around. All right. Okay. So now that I got the schedule of the shows and the social media handles out the way, let me give you some free game on how to start a podcast for every newcomer, new podcaster that want to start a podcast. Like I always say, if you have a dream of being a podcaster host, and you're interested in creating a podcast show like I'm doing right now with 3 shows under my belt, I got you on some stuff. All right. So the first thing you need to start a podcast is headphones. You also need a microphone. You also need a laptop or a computer so you do your live streams. Whichever you have will actually work. Also, you want to create a name that represents you. Um, Something very unique that nobody has ever heard before. Um, Also, and I have to remind people all the time that, you know, podcasting is not about pleasing the people that's listening and watching you. It's all about your thoughts, talks, opinions, and facts of what you think about the topics that you're talking about in your episodes. All right. Um Also, um don't worry about the hater garbage burgers telling you there's no money in certain things and shit like that. You're not doing this for money. You're doing this to chase your goals and dreams. That's what it is. I'm not gonna say I'm doing this for money. I'm doing this to build up a skill that I'm trying to do. Because if I say I'm doing this for money, then I'm doing this for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Um, and also, I would like to say, when it comes to creating your own podcast shows and stuff like that, um, it's very important of yourself to have ownership and creative control, because you don't want corporations or anybody else to actually own your stuff and then tell you what you can and can't do or what you can and can't say. That's why people are doing well independently, because you want to actually, be authentic. You want to you don't want to be scripted, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be scripted. And you know, and I say this all the time. Not everybody is built to be a stage performer. I'm not built to be a stage performer. I'm just not that I'm just not that guy. Um I'm more of a YouTube personality, and you know what I'm saying? Um and speaking of YouTube, I like to recommend a software that I'm using right now called StreamYard. StreamYard is a software where it allows you to create banners of talking points, um, segments for your show, um, websites, social media handles. You have your websites, whether it's clothing, whether it's food, whether it's you know, entertainment articles, whatever it is, man. You're gonna see the banner scrolling across your screen, as you can see there, and the name of the show right there on your screen as you're watching on YouTube. You want to actually make sure you actually, you know, make sure the people know where they can follow you on your social media handles, your website, of course, your link tree. Um, of course, Linktree/G Money Stacks is the link in the bio of both of my Instagram handles, which is G Money Stacks 555, and the same goes with my number one show, Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast, which is the same link. I already put the link in the description of the episode already of this on the YouTube, so you guys don't worry about missing out on anything. Um Also, speaking of which, I like to get to this. I like to get to the I like to get to the streaming platforms on the go. Also, before I get to that, um, before I get to that, um, make sure that whatever you make sure if you're posting episodes on your Instagram and stuff like that, and if there's random jinky promoters who's telling you that they are promoters and shit like that, that they want to promote your stuff or whatever, don't do it because they are scammers. They're scammers on the internet, especially on Instagram that I came across with that been DMing me and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that to myself, man. Because that's not right though, man. That's just crazy. Um and and yeah, and there you have it though, man. So I want to get to this, like I said, I want to get to this segment where we actually go over your stream platforms on the go. So the segment that I am trying to do is called, hold on a second. The segment is called Stream Choices on the Go. All right. This is where I actually talk about the stream platforms on the go where you actually can actually check out the episodes of the shows. Um basically um I'm gonna go over it with you guys. So if you are on either page G Money Stacks 555 or the show's page off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, you're gonna see a link. You're gonna see a link that says Linktree / G Money Stacks. All right. It's gonna when you click on there, it's gonna take you to a bunch of streams, a bunch of streaming choices rather, and I'll be glad to actually go over with you guys. So here we go. Um, you can listen to the episodes. We are on Anchor, we are on Audacity, we are on what is it? We are on Audible, we are on Audio Burst, we are on Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Pocket Cast. We are on Podorama, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podcast Addict, Podchaser. Don't forget to go to the two links of Podchaser and Podfriend so you can give your 5-star rating. Even though you don't have anything to say on there, a 5-star rating will be appreciated. Um, we are on Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, of course, Google Podcasts. Don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes on Amazon Music, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcast. And last but not least, the YouTube. Go grab the subscribe button so you can be able to enable alerts with the notification bell so you can be reminded when the show goes on the air live via live stream. Um make sure you stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. Download your favorite episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, and also make sure you share the podcast along with audio streaming platforms alongside with the Linktree link that says Linktree / G Money Stacks 555 with your friends. All right. Um, there you have it, man. And by the way, man, I forgot to mention if you are still interested in creating a podcast, you can go download the Anchor app to your phones and tablets, laptops, or you could actually go to the website anchor.fm so you can get yourself a head start. All right. Um, let's go to let me see. Yes. Um, let me just say this though. All right, before I even go. Um, like I said, man, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do, or tell you to go get this particular job or whatever, like a post office truck driving job or whatever, because there's money and all that other stuff. But you want to go for something that makes you happy, not because of your parents, not because of other people. It's all about you making yourself smile. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it, man. Um, I always like to make sure that I actually basically um make sure that I'm doing something that I love and making sure that I'm doing something that makes me happy. Because at the end of the day, um, nobody's gonna make yourself happy but you. Um, there you have it, right there. So, I want to thank everybody from all over the world, the USA, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens for tuning in and rocking with me. There will be more episodes, more new topics and stuff like that. Um, you know, and of course, there'll be some more stuff that I'm going to be cooking up. So stay tuned for that. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for tuning in and rocking with me on this podcast. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learn some places that I just mentioned to do for the month of December in terms of the dates. You're more than welcome to actually rewatch this video on YouTube to know the dates of places to go, places to eat, and stuff like that in New York. All right. Um, so that's it, man. G Money Stacks is off this place right now, man. I'm off this shit. And I'll see you next time on the next episode. Make sure you be careful out there. Make sure you are protected. Make sure you are basically covered up with your face covers. Make sure you have your hand sanitizer, washing your hands with water and soap. Make sure you have your water alongside with a Gatorade that has electrolytes for strength and energy, and 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 basically do what you love to do. Don't do it because of don't do it because you have to please people. The only person you have to please is yourself. Period. Peace and one love, and have yourself a great night.